Yeah guys, a little bit of an impromptu visit today. I didn't plan on getting down here for the whole day, but yeah, plans haven't gone to plan, and yeah, I've ended up here for the day. So I'm taking a little bit of a gamble with my tomatoes, but let's hope it pays off for the better. Right guys, I'm taking the plunge with it. I've moved all my tomatoes and peppers into the greenhouse. The peppers I'm not so worried about, they'll take it that bit colder. The tomatoes, I don't know. We're going to take a gamble, we're going to risk it. I know next door Rich has got his tomatoes in, but his are a lot more further on than mine. He brings his on under grow lights. Mine, they've been potted on once, and they've been this size for a fortnight. They just don't seem to be growing at home. Where they go on home, at home, I've got a big shelf. It's inside out of all the plastic blowaway greenhouses. It's the inside out of one of them, set up as a big set of shelves next to the back window. It's the only place I've got to put them. It's the only place I've got to put them, and it just doesn't seem to be getting enough sunlight to it. So I'm going to take the gamble and put them in here where they're going to get all the sunlight they're ever going to need in here. It's just the temperature of an evening. Now I have one of these. Govy. It has an app that links to my phone. It was only cheap off Amazon. I can't even remember how much it was. I doubt it was more than 20 quid though. Connects to your phone over Bluetooth, and it plots your temperature and your humidity. Puts it on a nice little graph for you. So since the 14th, since the 14th of April, what we're on today, the 21st. Happy 420 for yesterday for any of you that get that. So yeah, the 21st today. So there's been a week there where the lowest it's got of an evening is 2.9, which I'd like it a bit warmer for the tomatoes. I think they're like a little bit warmer than that, but hopefully what they get in the sunlight outweighs the little bit of a chill for them. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully they'll be alright. We're just gonna have to play it by ear. I have got the gas fire in here, so if it looks like it's going to be a frost, I'll bring them home. It's that simple. I'll call in on my way home from work and bring them all home. But if they start looking like they're not doing well, I can start putting the gas fire on. But I don't want to be doing that this year. Really don't want to be doing that. So I think out of the bottles for it, I think I got about a fortnight out of it. And what was that last year? They were like 35-40 quid for a refill. I wouldn't think how much they are this week. And that was just calling on my way home from work. Calling on my way home from work. About 6ish, turned fire on. Just put it on one bar low just to stop the chill. And then on my way to work of a morning, about 6:30, 7 in the morning, just come and knock it off. But I don't fancy doing that this year with price of gas. So, but no, we're going to take the gamble. I'll just show you what we've got now. So like I said, the peppers aren't doing too bad. Some of these, like this one here, I've got a row of California Wonder at the back, they're doing great. Then we've got Reggae, they're a dwarf chili variety. Roxy, they're a dwarf chili variety. Long Slim, they're a pepper. There was just an odd pack of seeds I had lying about, so we thought we'd put them in. And then onto the tomatoes. So the tomatoes are shocking compared to the peppers. They're so far behind them, but the peppers went in early March. That must have been February. It must have been February when the peppers went in. And the tomatoes, I think they've only been going about a month, but I'd like to have seen a bit more growth than what we have. So we've got Amish pastes. Did them last year. They were great. They're like a big plum tomato sort of thing. Cherry babies. We did them last year. They were nice. We've gone for them again. And then we've got Brandywine Pink, they're new to me. Big Daddy, they're new to me. So both of them are sort of big beefsteak sort of types. The Brandywine Pink look, have got like a little speckle through and they should look quite nice. And then Sun Gold, a few people have said about Sun Gold, so I've put a few in. We've got, what have I got? I've got 5. I've got 5 of them left, so hopefully they don't drop off. But no, that's it for the tomatoes and the peppers. I've took the lids off, well, just this morning now. I think I'm going to put the lid back on these peas. They are, no label on them either. Where's all my pea labels gone? So these ones did have a label. These are the Hearst Green Shafts. And then these are Aldermans, I think. I hope. The Blue Lake Climbing Beans. We'll leave the lid off them. These have all started coming through. You know what? I'm going to put the lid back on them. Yeah, so just them two. I'll leave the lids off them now. Everything else, going to keep the lids on. Sunflowers just started coming through. Nothing happening in the beetroot or dwarf beans. And then flowers. There's just 1 or 2 starting to come through. Got a mushroom in that compost. Composts. Well, I know I've seen it a lot, don't you, on the Facebook groups? A lot of people slagging peat-free compost off. I've been using this stuff. I just picked a bag of it up by chance a couple of weeks ago from local garden centre. Heart of Eden, all-purpose, natural compost, absolutely no peat. And you know what? So out of all the peat-free ones I've used personally, the makeup of this seems the best. Well, I found it that anyway for me. So I'll just show you. So just open the bag here, straight out the bag. I'll just give you a quick look at it. So yes, it's Heart of Eden, and straight out of the bag. There's not. So a lot of the other peat-frees that I've used, they've been full of bark and twigs and whatnot. Now don't get me wrong, there is, there's some bits of twig in there, but compared to others, this one by far has got a lot less in than other ones that I've used. Tell you what, I'll run some through the sieve and I'll see what's left in the sieve. Hang on. Right, so what was that? About 5 or 6, I've got big hands, so 5 or 6 big handfuls. That's what didn't pass through the sieve. There's some little bits of sticks, there's some stones. That, if I'd have squashed it, it'd have gone through. That would have gone through. That would have gone through. 1 or 2 stones, a couple of bits of sticks. What I'm left with, that is, compared to the other stuff that I've used, I think that's fucking brilliant. I bought the one bag on the off chance, and then I went back the other day, picked up a couple more bags of it. It was, how much was it? Was it £8 a bag, or it was free for? Yeah, it was £8 a bag, £7.99 a bag, or it was 3 bags for £18. 50 litre bags. Compost is expensive this year. Hopefully next year I'll have made enough of my own to start using my own, but definitely for this year I'm gonna have to buy a bit in. And yeah, by far, compared to what I used last year, I know the likes of, some of the pictures some people are putting on some of these Facebook groups of the condition of some of the compost they're buying, it's ridiculous. But no, this stuff seems quite good. I'm going to stick with it. So yeah, just a little pointer there. If anyone sees it, give it a go, because I'm happy with it. Well, I suppose we're going to see the end results, aren't they? Is it anything to do with why the tomatoes aren't up to bigger? But the peppers seem to be doing great in it. So yeah, we'll see on that one. But no, so far, Heart of Eden, I'd recommend it. It's doing well for me. So I've managed to get that row of beds dug over. I've got that row and all the brassica cage to get done yet, but I can wait another week. I'm not going to dig it now. Now look at all this. You can see the ends of it. It's all mare's tail, all out of there. If you look at that bay, absolutely full of it. It's not half come back through this year. There's absolutely loads of this stuff, but we've just got to keep knocking it back. It's never going to get to, well, it looks like Bob's bin. But we've just got to keep knocking it back. We're never gonna get rid of it when you've got plots that, you know, for me to get rid of it, I think I've said all this before, for me to get rid of it, everybody would have to get rid of it. And yeah, it's not really going to happen, is it? So, living with it, we'll keep knocking it back. I'm hoping with, you know, a lot of people say, don't they, keep knocking it back and eventually it's not as bad. So let's hope that works, eh? And we'll take it from there. Behind me here in these beds, I've put that one, parsnips have gone in there, that one and that one, yeah, that one and that one. I've got different types of carrots in, and then that one with a stick on top of it. I've put a row of perpetual spinach in there. I've not done it before. I've had the seeds I got them last year, never did it. I don't know, I didn't do it, actually didn't do it. So, gonna give it a go this year and hope for the best with it. Put a row in. When that starts coming up, we'll put another row in. I want to try and get better with the succession sowing this year. It's one of the things I'd sort of last year, bang, everything went in at once, and then, you know, before you know it, everything's ready at once, isn't it? So I'm trying to slow down with putting stuff in all in one go, and we're going to stagger it, and hopefully we can get the successional sowing a little bit better. I'm chuffed with this apple tree. Now this one, sorry for the wind, but this one and this one, these were both, were they from B&M or were they from Tesco? I think they were from Tesco, just when they've got the cheap apple trees on. What was it, 2 for a tenner, 2 for 12 quid, I can't, they were only cheap anyway. Now there were different varieties, but how much blossom, they only went in last year, so we didn't have much off them, didn't have anything on it last year. I don't even think they had blossom on them last year. This one, it's full of it, brilliant. So I wasn't expecting that to have as much on it as it does. This one isn't, but it is alive. All these shoots have only come out, all these fresh leaves have only come out in the last week or so. So that's great. These tulips down the edge, these ones are all starting to come through. These purple ones are sort of getting to the end of them. So now I was having a look the other day, and there's a few smaller ones lower down that are coming through. So that should be alright. Bloody light there is still going strong. So just a little update on the tomatoes. So this is the second day now. They've had one night in here already, and they don't look any worse than what they did when they first came in. So hopefully, if it doesn't go any colder, they should be alright. So what difference a day makes? So yesterday, I don't think there was half that much purple sprouting come through. I'm pretty sure none of that cornflower had come through, or hardly any. These at the front, these are starting to come through now. I've got this red cabbage has come through. That wasn't half bad last year. What's that? Kohlrabi White Vienna. That's the one I grew last year, I think. The Delicacy White was a new one for this year. I'm going to say it's old seed, but it was new seed last year. So I'd like to thought it'd last a bit longer. The seed would have kept a bit longer than that, but you know, we can hang on. We can wait that little bit longer. It's taking up no room. Peas, same story with the peas. Same story with the peas, to be fair. The tray that's really patchy, that's Alderman. That was what I did last year, and that was leftover seed. Whereas that tray is Hurst Green Shaft, and that's fresh seed this year. So, you know, there's a few of them still trying to sprout through. So we'll keep an eye on it. Beetroot, it's not showing yet. Got French beans, about the same as yesterday, and then there's a couple more sunflowers sticking their heads through. Oh, I've put these in today as well. I've put the salad trays in. So what's this one? This is lettuce, mesclun mix, and there's another one at the top end that's a gourmet loose leaf lettuce, loose leaf salad mix or something like that. And that's just a multi-purpose compost in the tray. You know, the mushroom baskets. line me one of last year's compost bags. Scatter the seed in it. I've just put that lid on, just keep a bit of moisture in it. So like I say, I've got 2 of them on the go. We'll give them a fortnight, 3 weeks, and then I'll get another 2 on the go. And we should have a nice steady supply. So the salad trays, oh, there's the sun there, that's not nice, is it? Okay, so the salad trays I did last year. I think I only did 2 last year. I don't know why, I don't think I bought much seed, did 2. I got a good 4 or 5 cuttings off it. So, you know, come the last cutting, you could tell it was well past its dues. Like, there wasn't half as much on it as what there was in previous cuttings, but then that should be alright. I'm going to try and do a couple of big iceberg lettuce as well. So, but we'll get them going outside. Well, I'll get the seed started at home and in here, and then we'll plant them up. Hey guys, that's gonna be about it for today. Yeah, thanks for hanging about. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.